Good morning, everybody. It is the fourth, I believe it's the fourth, Cam will correct me if I'm wrong, the fourth Crypto Blast. It is Friday, the 28th of March, and Cam is about to give you the ultimate rapid fire update in crypto markets. But before he does, I'll get the legals out the way because I may have forgotten to do them on the blast this morning. But anyway, as usual, nothing discussed in this space session constitute trading or investment advice or infers any kind of endorsement by PIQ or indeed the hosts, which, as you know by now, is Mr. Cam O'Connor and myself, Mr. Ryan Paisley. Cam, how the devil are you?
I'm all right, Ryan. How you doing?
I'm not too bad. What can you tell me? What's the sound like? Am I coming across loud and clear? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm working from the American bar at the moment, so there is music in the background.
Awesome. It sounds like you're having a good time. No, yeah, it all sounds all
Well,
clear.
well, well, all I've got is some coffee and some cake in front of me. It's not like I'm
Y-
drinking at this time.
give it a couple hours, hopefully.
No comment. Right, moving swiftly on.
All right, let's jump into it. Not too much has happened over the last 24 hours, but some big news in terms of the macro scheme of things. So we'll quickly jump into it. We'll start off with the crypto market update. Bitcoin closed the day at $87,200, but has since dropped 2.5% to $85,000. In fact, we literally, about the beginning, at top of the hour, wicked right down to exactly 85 and bounced straight off of it. So, short hit, a couple of algos there. Ethereum closed the day at $2 above 2,000, so that was quite an interesting one, but couldn't hold the $2,000 level and plummeted around 5% at around midnight Eastern Standard Time and has tested the $1,900 support line. Moving down the market cap list, we have XRP trading at $2.22, down 5%. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a theme. A lot of the altcoins are down 5%. So Solana's down 5% at $131. Doge is down at 18 cents. BNB only down 1% at $628. Moving across to the US ETFs, Bitcoin spot ETFs recorded net inflows of $89 million, dollars, while Ethereum spot ETF saw outflows of $4.2 million. Sad times for ETH at the moment. Seems to just be getting hit. However, on chain, there's a lot of activity toward the upside. So yeah, riddle me that one, I guess.
Like,
Uh,
like we said previously, the ginger stepchild of crypto markets.
exactly, exactly.
Look,
Um,
and apologies if you are ginger. I mean, nothing against that. It's just a joke.
Go for Ryan. Go for it. I was looking at posts from Look On Chain, who examine basically the blockchain for ETH and all the transactions. It does appear that there was two accounts from a previous hack that sold quite a hefty amount of ETH a few hours ago. So this could be contributing to the negativity
Ah,
around the price action at the moment. I think it
nice
was around
color, nice
27
color. See,
million.
this is why people need to listen to you.
There we go. Exactly. Fill in the blanks there. One of the top stories of the day yesterday, ICE Markets announced a partnership with the
Ooh.
stablecoin platform Circle. In a press release, they stated, as digital currencies gain traction, ICE is exploring their role in capital markets. Our collaboration with Circle will assess potential use cases for USDC, USYC across ICE markets, from derivative exchanges to clear housing and data services. So, not promising anything with that announcement, but I
Uh,
mean, it's a
uh,
good sign as far as
and
progress.
also, yeah, I'm the world's worst at self promotion, contrary to popular belief. But we've got to tap ourselves on the head a little bit here because we said the morning after the CME announcement with the Google Ledger thing that once one exchange goes, it won't be long before you hear statements from other exchanges. And it took 2 days, and we heard a statement from ICE.
Literally 48 hours later.
Right?
That's
Yeah, I'm not saying we called it, but we pretty much called it.
exactly it. It'll be interesting to see who's next. So another story, we've got three more to cover. US SEC ended its probe into Crypto.com with no enforcement action. And then this followed a similar pattern. The SEC also dismissed enforcement actions against Kraken, which is a crypto exchange, Consensus, and Cumberland DRW. So the SEC are looking to pretty much, well, under this new administration, squash any previous existing claims
Yeah,
in the digital asset space. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, you can be the judge of that yourself. It does look like Trump's putting a lot of pressure on the SEC to reduce the size of it. In 4 years' time, when there's a new president, you would imagine that that gets reversed quite quickly.
but the thing is, but you're right to pull that up because it did feel like for a long period of time, it's like every day there was a new crypto entity under kind of SEC kind of investigation. But now, since Trump's been in office, it's almost like once a week we're getting a headline that case dropped because it was Ripple before there, this and so it's definitely it's the proof is definitely in the pudding in regards to it. But yeah, we all know this is very much a crypto friendly administration, but it's not just like verbally. We are seeing cases being dropped, and on a regulatory level. So potentially, again, but like you said, is this a good thing in the long term, or or is it because as we mentioned yesterday, lack of regulation tends not to be a great thing for crypto.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm waiting for this stablecoin legislation to drop because as soon as that's in place, I think the speed at which you're going to see, I'm going to say use the term onboarding, but people are just adopting the digital
Oh,
asset
massively.
mindset is going to be huge.
Yeah, and the thing is, well, like these big, like these huge entities, like your BlackRock, your Fidelity, and all that. Like they are primed and ready for when that legislation drops. Yeah, there's not that it's not that they're going to be researching the concept once the legislation drops because it will be first to the door as soon as it goes. There's going to be headline. It's going to be fun times, but is it me or do you think there can only be so many stable coins if you know what I mean? So is it going to be kind of like crypto was in the original days, like the early days when it's tons of different cryptos, everyone's claiming that they're going to be the next Bitcoin, but then eventually it kind of whittles down and like everyone like picks one or two.
Yeah, so I think initially you're obviously like you said, you're going to see it like a massive explosion
Yeah.
of every entity going. Actually, we've got a stable coin. It's backed
Yes.
1 for 1 almost with cash equivalents, maybe.
No, no, no. And that's the key word, right? Cash equivalent. I'm doing air quotes. No one can see it, but it's like,
There's a lot of that, Ryan, isn't there? A lot of you doing air quotes that we can't see.
yeah, I keep forgetting that no one can see me.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think that's probably what we're in for. And then eventually, like you said, just that reduction of once they realize actually it's a really lot of work but that goes on behind the scenes to keep a stable coin open and protect the network.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just use Circle, which I
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
out a little
Yeah.
post yesterday. It was slightly gimmicky, but not. I think Circle, we're going to see USDC take the second place spot in market cap. I do think this is where we're heading. Um, but we'll wait and see. It's just kind of speculation. But Circle are just on the ball. The team there,
Yeah.
I've had the privilege of meeting one of the guys. They are just so switched on and moving around with regulatory, things in mind across
Yes.
international borders, which is so key to
But this is
making.
it.
Go on.
Exactly that, right? So Circle, like, so I know from our friend Paul that's kind of involved. They people have kind of I think underestimated Circle because they've been playing by the ball because they've been playing by the book from day one. Some people will look at it and think they're a little bit slow on the uptake, but they're really not. They are future proofing everything that's coming. Does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, when they have an open invitation to join Abu Dhabi Financial Week and tell everybody, all the main institutions of the
Exactly.
world, what they're up to, you've got to kind of pay attention, haven't
Well, yeah, small.
you? Right, next story. According to Reuters, there's an article via PIQ Suites that dropped
Oh, stop
yesterday.
it.
French state-owned investment bank. BPI France announced plans to launch a new fund of up to 25 million euros to directly invest in locally issued cryptocurrencies that have not yet been listed on exchanges. Sorry, I'm laughing
Hold
because I
up.
just thought of a brilliant meme coin that could fit into this.
Well, no,
Anyway,
hang on. But sorry, but what? But crypto's like global, right? So how is it
yeah.
locally issued? So does that mean that if I go over to like France and go local to the bank, and and that's where my computer is, does that count as local?
I think so. So the fund will focus on small,
Right.
newly
I'm just gonna go
created
to Kings.
tokens developed, yeah, developed by
I'm just gonna
French
pop over
teams,
to.
and may also support their exchanges. Right.
Right, so
Okay.
so I can't just jump over to King's Cross and get on the Eurostar and open up a few meme coins there, and they're going to get investment.
Yeah. Hand me
That just
25
sounds
million euros,
bonkers.
please.
Yeah, right. That's PIQ's funding worries sorted.
PIQ coin dropping soon. Actually, I'm gonna take that back just so that doesn't happen.
Not investment advice.
Uh,
Not investment advice.
exactly. Thank goodness you did the disclaimer for this space, eh?
Oh God,
Uh,
yeah.
I think that's about it from me today. I was going to keep it short as it's a Friday, have everybody enjoy their weekends, and you enjoy your coffee. How quickly does that turn into a little bit of whiskey? Who knows?
Well, we'll see. Give it a few hours, and no doubt. But Cam, thank you as always, the hostess with the mostess. Listeners, thank you as always. Obviously, this goes out onto Substack, YouTube, MP4, all the regular stuff. But yeah, whatever you're doing today, keep it tight, stay safe, and have a fantastic weekend. And we'll see you Monday.
See you then.